My name is Heather Simpson, and I'm an occupational therapist, and I work at the University of Florida as part of the Southeast Regional Centers of Excellence. And I'm here to talk about the role of occupational therapy. What is occupational therapy? Occupational therapy is a health profession that looks at everyday activities called occupations: dressing, bathing, grooming, leisure, work, driving, fun, sleep, and dating. How an OT can support Tourette. Individuals with Tourette's sometimes have difficulties in school. So what occupational therapists might do is they might look at what's creating difficulties at school. It might be handwriting, and we address those handwriting needs. It might be sitting still in a classroom, and we might enable them to learn how to enable them to sit still so that they can listen to their peers and listen to their teachers. They might be able to learn how to interact on the playground. Whatever it needs to help them thrive in school. If it's driving, we help them learn how to adapt to the wheel, whether it's their tics that are interacting, having them have a hard time, or looking at the road, whether it's their arm motions that are creating difficulties. It could be what's creating difficulties with sleep at night. Maybe it's their ability to lay down, and we help them calm enough to fall asleep at night. Whatever is limiting their occupations, we are creating a task analysis and a context participation analysis to figure out what will enable them to have the best participation throughout their day. Occupational Therapist and CBIT. Occupational therapies are great providers for CBIT. We understand the biomechanical workings of the body, so we understand anatomy and how it works. With competing responses, we have to understand how the body has incompatible movements to the tics. For example, with shoulder shrugs, you have to know that it has to be opposite of that motion in order to come up with a competing response. So if it goes up, we have to come down. That's shoulder elevation into shoulder depression. And we understand that. That might be a little bit easy, but we also have complex tics. So if you have a tic that's a little more complex, we have to feel that out, but we have to understand what that motion is coming first. And that comes pretty easy for our occupational therapists to understand, as that is very much part of our curriculum. In addition to the body, we understand urges, and we understand how our body might feel sensations related to nerves and impulses and the body's proprioceptive awareness. And lastly, we also understand context and participation. That's all part of that occupation-based learning and client-centered focus that we learn in school. It is the focus of our practice. We get that function-based assessment. So the CBIT practice, or the competing responses and function-based assessment, fits very nicely into occupation and occupational therapy.